Welcome back everyone, this is the 29th episode of my Dragon Age Origins hardcore 100% playthrough. As I promised, in this episode we will go to the Circle Tower, and since once you enter you can't leave until you kill Uldred, we have to complete the entire Broken Circle questline in one go. This is going to be very tense, but I've been preparing for this since basically the beginning, and I feel quite ready to take on this challenge. My main goal is to finish the quest as fast as possible, which means that I will not be picking up any loot, I will not fully explore the tower. All of that can be done after we finish the Broken Circle. The reason why I came alone is because the dialogue with Wynne ends much faster this way, plus you can pick the theme when she joins anyway.
It's you. No, come no further. Grey Warden or no, I will strike you down where you stand. I am a mage of the Circle. More importantly, why are you here? The Templars would not let just anyone by. And you were told that the Circle was in no shape to help you, I suppose. So why did the Templars let you in? Do they plan to attack the tower now? So Gregor thinks the Circle is beyond hope. He probably assumes we are all dead. They abandoned us to our fate. But even trapped as we are, we have survived. If they invoke the right, however, we will not be able to stand against them. If you are here to kill abominations, let me help you. I erected a barrier over the door leading to the rest of the tower, so nothing from inside could attack the children. You will not be able to enter the tower as long as the barrier holds, but I will dispel it if you join with me to save this Circle. Once Gregor sees that we have made the tower safe, I trust he will tell his men to back down. He is not unreasonable. Petra, Kinan, look after the others. I will be back soon.
Wynne, are you sure you're all right? You were so badly hurt earlier. Maybe I should come along.
The others need your protection more. I will be all right. Stay here with them. Keep them safe and calm. If you are ready, let us go end this.
Yes.
Indeed.
Well, since Wynne is a mandatory party member for this ride, I decided to ditch Leliana, because I feel like we have a much better chance of getting through the tower with a tank and 2 healers. Which is why Wynne's tactics will reflect on this. All she needs to do is to disable enemies and heal. She will automatically activate haste to speed up the party, and rock armor so she can have more armor. She will use Glyph of Paralysis and Petrify on any enemy who is elite or higher ranked. She will use group heal when an ally's health falls below 75%, and she will use normal heal when an ally's health falls below 50%. When her health falls below 90%, she will cast a life ward on herself. That way I don't have to keep an eye on her and I can let myself loose as a true damager. This is actually my favorite way to play as a damager. Just have a tank who draws all the aggro, make sure when something goes bad you have enough heal, and just kick as much ass as possible.
Here we are. I'm somewhat amazed at myself for having kept it in place this long. Be prepared for anything. I do not know what manner of beasts lurk beyond this barrier. Are you ready? All right. Be on your guard.
Since haste doesn't stack with momentum, but it does stack with swift salve, let's apply one quickly. Our main enemies in the tower will be these abominations, who are pretty dangerous against mages because mages usually have low armor and low defense, so their triple strike can damage them pretty badly, but they are nothing against rogues and warriors. Of course, the fire damage from those rage demons scattered among them is another matter. Triple strike varies depending on the type of abomination you face. On the 3rd hit, Desire abominations apply a -10 mental and physical resistance penalty. Hunger Abominations drain mana and stamina with each hit. Rage Abominations apply ticking spirit damage on the third hit. And Sloth Abominations will stun and apply a -10 defense and attack penalty on the third hit.
Please refrain from going into the stockroom. It is a mess, and I've not been able to get it into a state fit to be seen. I was trying to tidy up, but there was little I could do. I tried to leave when things got quiet. That was when I encountered the barrier. Finding no other way out, I returned to work.
Owain, you should have said something. I would have opened the door for you.
The stockroom is familiar. I prefer to be here.
He is one of the Tranquil. The Tranquil do not have emotions.
I would prefer not to die. I would prefer it if the tower returned to the way it was. Perhaps Niall will succeed and save us all. I do not know. But he came here with several others and took the litany of Adralla.
But that protects from mind domination. Is blood magic at work here?
I do not know.
Niall was in the meeting. He would know. Blood magic. I was afraid of this. We should find Niall. The litany will give us a fighting chance against any blood mages we encounter.
I wish you luck. Perhaps this will be over soon and things will return to the way they were. Goodbye.
Please don't kill me. I know I have no right to ask for mercy, but I didn't mean for this death and destruction. We were just trying to free ourselves. Uldred told us that the Circle would support Loghain, and Loghain would help us be free of the Chantry. You don't know what it was like. The Templars were watching. Always watching. We thought someone always has to take the first step. Force a change, no matter the cost.
Nothing is worth what you've done to this place.
And now Uldred's gone mad, and we are scattered, doomed to die at the hands of those who seek to right our wrongs. But I would like a chance to atone for what I've done. Please, if you spare me, I could escape and seek penance at the Chantry.
You know, they'll never take you. They're very picky about who they let in. Harlots, murderers, yes. Maleficarum, oh no.
I just want my life. Please. Thank you. The Maker will surely turn his eyes on you for your mercy.
Actually, it's pretty challenging to resist the urge to loot, because there's so many good stuff around here. These corpses are also pretty prevalent in the tower, but of course this is nothing we haven't faced before.
Uldred said. Uldred's not here, is he? Keep your mouth shut and we'll be right as rain.
Win!
The first enchanter's room is right here on the right. There is a chest inside, which contains the book that Morgan is looking for. I will skip it for now, because I want to get to the Fade as fast as possible.
And I'm off.
Everyone's gone.
Why does the unnatural always smell
Yeah, let's not forget to immediately nuke that Arcane Horror that spawns with the second wave of corpses. It can be pretty dangerous. Behind these doors there are a couple of pretty hectic fights with some Templars, but we don't have time for that right now. This boss abomination basically turns those tranquils into shades, so obviously the #1 priority is to take it down fast. Killing it before it turns the first tranquil into a shade is pretty much impossible, but you can save the second and the third pretty easily. Well, if you have Mana Clash, of course, it's not impossible to kill the abomination before it turns its first victim, but you have to act quickly. Also, on its corpse, there is a gift for Alistair.
It is fortunate that you appeared when you did.
Thank you. That was an uncomfortable experience.
Okay, let's ignore the Enchanted Templar and just get to the Fade already.
Oh, look, visitors. I'd entertain you, but too much effort involved. But why? Aren't you tired of all the violence in this world? I know I am. Wouldn't you like to just lay down and forget about all this? Leave it all behind.
Can't keep eyes open. Someone pinch me.
This is ridiculous. You cannot expect me to rest on a floor sticky with blood.
Resist. You must resist. Else we are all lost.
Why do you fight? You deserve more. You deserve a rest. The world will go on without you.
And here we are, everyone's favorite section, right?
Oh, right.
Exactly. So let's just get out of here as fast as possible.
Ah, there you are. I'm not disturbing you, am I? I just wanted to make sure you were happy here in Weishaupt. These grand halls were built by the first Grey Wardens. Isn't it breathtaking? Everything is as it should be. We have eradicated the Darkspawn, and the world is at peace. was a triumph for all of us, bringing down the archdemon and setting the underground lairs ablaze. Foolish child, I have given you so much and you cast it back in my face. Can you not be content with the peace I offer? It seems only war and death will satisfy you. So be it. Have your war and your darkspawn. May they be your doom.
Okay, now that not Duncan is dead, let's get to the raw fade, because we have a long way ahead of us.
Who are you? Where did you come from? Are you a demon? No, I see that you're not. You're like me. Congratulations on getting out of that trap. I don't know. This place drains you of everything. Hope, feeling, life. No, there is no way out of here. You think there might be, but you'd be wrong. You see that pedestal there? I've studied the runes on it. Runes that signify different islands of the Sloth Demon's domain. The Sloth Demon itself is on the center island, but you can't get there. The 5 islands around the center somehow form a protective ward. I thought I was getting somewhere when I figured that out, and I went to each island in turn only to have my hopes dashed. There's always an obstacle. You'll see the path but be unable to get to it, and it taunts you and drives you mad. You think you'll find a way out, don't you? You believe that? Maker. I believed it too. It seems like eons ago. Don't mind me then.
The fastest way to do the fade, in my opinion, is to quickly pick up the forms first, and then revisit the realms to kill all the demon lords.
Thank you, but too late for me. Kill Yevina, the demoness that rules here. She protects her master, Sloth. There's a door only demons can see. The key must be in another realm. Take my power. Save any others trapped in nightmares. Kill the demons that guard Sloth. Make my...
Naturally, the first one, the mouse form, is mandatory, because without this you can't get anywhere. The second one will be the Burning Man, because most of the obstacles are walls of flame, and passing through them without being harmed requires the Burning Man form. Then we will pick up the Golem to bust through locked doors. And finally we will get the Arcane Horror form to go through doors like that one.
Something happened, didn't it? You look a little different. What happened? Did you? Did it help? I know I saw the tiny holes. Were you small enough to get through? I don't know. You're so much braver than I am. I was so sure it was impossible to get anywhere. Do you think you could learn other shapes? Maybe they could help you get to places you couldn't otherwise.
Yep, that's the plan. So let's get the Burning Man first. The Burning Man is in the Burning Tower, so that's our first destination. It's also the easiest realm of the 4.
Yes. Might be a nice pelt in it for us.
Here we switch to the mouse form. Use this mouse hole, and here's our second form.
The anger. Fading. I am free. Take Ragos' power. Use it and burn him. Burn them all. He guards Sloth. He bars the way. You must destroy the door. Other dreamers. Other powers. Only way.
Okay, so we got the Burning Man form. Now we need to go to the Mages Asunder to get the Golem. The Burning Man form is pretty useful, especially if you're going against enemies who use fire. It makes you completely immune to any type of fire damage, and it also allows you to cast Fireball and Flame Blast. Now, of course, the only problem with this form is that you're really weak to cold, which is why we needed the high magic resistance.
Especially each other.
The solution is so simple. We kill everyone.
How delightful.
Actually, one of my favorite things to do with the Burning Man is to cast a fireball on myself or around me to knock everyone down and set them on fire while I watch that immune text float above my head. Did I win? I think I did. Anyway, behind this door, we can get the next form, the Golem.
Thank you. It is time for this dream to come to an end. I give you my strength. It will be of little use against the demon that rules here, but perhaps it will help in other realms. Find a way to kill all the demon lords to open the way to Sloth. Free us all from this nightmare!
Very good. Now there's only one form left, the Arcane Horror. So let's pick it up before we go after the demon lords. The Golem form has two very powerful AoE skills, Hurl and Quake. So what I like to do is to gather all the enemies around me and then unleash these two devastating attacks on them. Actually, the Burning Man form sometimes has a little bug when you randomly just die out of nowhere. It's something about you passing through the flames and the game not registering that you're in the Burning Man form, and it applies an insane amount of damage which kills you instantly. It's an extremely fun bug, especially with the permadeath challenge.
But not all. Their leaders are behind the unbreakable door. I give you my wisdom. It will let you see. And now I wake.
So we have all the forms now. It's time to go back to the beginning and pick up everything we've missed. Well, not everything, because I don't plan to get all the fonts. I just get the ones that I need. So there's one willpower font here in Weishaupt. You need to switch to the Arcane Horror form to be able to pick it up. Then we go to the Raw Fade, because there are two fonts there. One is a Dexterity font and another Willpower font. Okay, we got the Dexterity. Let's get the Willpower. That one is actually guarded by the Demon Lord, so we're hitting two birds with one stone.
Never leave this place.
Okay, that's enough of this hag. Let's get that additional 5 stamina. And now we're basically done with the Raw Fade. We can move on to the Burning Tower. The first font I'm going after is a Cunning font, which is at the very beginning of the Burning Tower. You will need the mouse form to access it. I need the additional Cunning from the Fade because I want to unlock Master Stealth, which requires 22 Cunning in total, and I don't really want to invest any more attributes on it. Well, since I'm already here, I might as well bust through this door and get the magic font behind it. It's not gonna do anything for us, but I just couldn't resist picking it up. So here it is, the first essence of Cunning. Now I'm going after the second essence of Cunning, which is coupled with a Constitution font. We will need both the Burning Man and the Spirit form to access the location. Okay, now that we got both of these, let's get rid of the Demon Lord of this realm. There's also a strength font next to it, so we'll pick that up as well. Okay, we got everything we wanted from this realm, so let's move on to the next one. There are 6 essence fonts that I'm interested in the Mages Asunder before I kill the Demon Lord of this realm. But first, let's get rid of these guys. The first essence I'm going after is a strength one. We need to switch to the mouse form to be able to pick it up. Even though it's not necessary to break this door, it's still the fastest way to get to that hole from here, so let's break it down. And there it is, the strength font. There's also a bookshelf behind it, so we can interact with it for the experience. Now I'm going after a pretty well-guarded willpower font. Willpower fonts are useful because they boost my stamina, which is why I want to pick up all of them, unlike the strength fonts and the magic fonts. Magic fonts I really don't need because my build has no use for it. And I don't need to pick up all of the strength fonts because if I buy Anjo's Blessing, I will have enough strength to equip the highest tier version of the Dalish armor that I'm currently wearing. That hurl ability is really annoying from these golems. Doesn't matter how far you run away from it, it will always hit. Anyway, you can eat this crushing prison. Behind this door there are two arcane horrors. I think the best way to fight them is to switch to the golem form, because the golem form has a lot of health, and these guys pack a serious punch with their spells. Also, the golem is pretty hard to paralyze. Usually it just gets a movement penalty instead of the full paralysis effect. Plus they die pretty fast from the golem's powerful punches. So here's the willpower font that I was talking about. It's guarded by two golems and a chantry bro. Excellent, so let's head towards the spirit door where we fought the two arcane horrors. It leads to a dexterity font and another door which leads to 3 more fonts. One additional dexterity, one cunning, and one constitution. The initial dex font is guarded by 1 golem, the cunning font is guarded by 2 golems, and the 2 additional font are guarded by no golems. Okay, it seems like I got stuck. Maybe I should switch a for... Oh, okay. Thanks, Golem. Yeah, that's one thing about the double dagger dex rogues. They deal pretty terrible damage on golems because they have an insane amount of armor. Anyway, here's the cunning font, and right behind this door, the 2 additional fonts. Come on, Gorbachev, tear down this wall. Fantastic. The additional dexterity will be so helpful with boosting our defense. We already have 130 something defense, so this is gonna make it even better. And of course, who can't use a little bit of extra health? So now all that's left is to get rid of that demon lord. Oh, okay, so since this nightmare is almost over, let's head towards the Darkspawn invasion. I'm only interested in 3 fonts here, 1 willpower, 1 cunning, and 1 strength font. The willpower font is right here. The strength font requires the golem form, and the cunning form requires the mouse form. Let's get rid of the 3 Darkspawn here for a little bit of extra XP. That door over there, to the left, leads to the Demon Lord. But as I said, we need the strength and the cunning font first. You know, I get a lot of messages from people who tell me they hate the Fade because it's, frankly, it's pretty long and tedious. But I think if you know the location of the fonts and the Demon Lords, it can be done relatively quickly. Especially if you only pick up the fonts that you want. In fact, the Fade section is, it has to be the biggest blessing for people who want to min-max, because the extra attributes, they really help with unlocking certain skills that have a specific attribute requirement. Like, for example, right now, for us, Master Stealth, which requires 22 cunning, and we will get all those cunnings from these fonts. So the entire Fate section makes it much easier to super stack a single attribute, and at least in Origins, that's the key to create an overpowered build. So as you see, I already picked up the Strength font. Now I'm going after the Cunning font. Then we can tackle the Demon Lord and move on to the last realm. Now, as far as the Demon Lord is concerned, this has to be one of the hardest among all of the realms, in my opinion, because it's an ogre, which means that it can use its idiotic ram spam ability. And since a rogue like this one doesn't have any ability to resist that, we can easily get screwed by getting constantly knocked down, not to mention grabbed. So I like using the golem form against the ogre, because the golem form has a massive physical resistance, so it has a pretty good chance to actually resist the knockdown effect. Plus it can stun the ogre and it can also knock it back, and the hurl ability deals a lot of damage as well. But most of the time I even switch to the Arcane Horror form to lock it into a crushing prison. That way it can't move and it can't ram spam. Both the Golem and the Arcane Horror are immune to being grabbed, so actually the worst thing you can do is to fight this creature with your normal form. This is another tactic I like when I face large mobs. I use the Burning Man's Fireball to knock everyone down and set them on fire, then switch to the Golem, use Quake to stun everybody, and then blast them with a Hurl attack. Running around in circles helps gathering as many Darkspawn around you as possible. Now let's deal with that stupid ogre. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty tense about that ram spamming. But I think if I time my abilities well, we should be okay. I like to start it with a slam ability because it knocks the ogre back. Then when it goes for a ram, I use Quake to stun it. Then I switch to the Arcane Horror form and use a Crushing Prison, which he just resisted. Now we're in trouble. You just love doing that, don't you? Oh, that's an ability that can crash my game. Oh, please don't crash. Oh, okay. I mean, this is why ogres are always a challenge when you're alone. They have a 2-second cooldown on their ram ability, which means by the time the animation ends, they already reset the cooldown, so they can just spam you into oblivion with it. Now, this section is the Templar's Nightmare, probably my least favorite one, because it's basically a huge maze. There are only 2 phones here, and if you know the way, it can be done pretty fast. So, let's get out of here quickly. We can get to the first font by passing through this mouse hole, but we have to be careful because there is a Blight Wolf on the other side and it has Overwhelm. The second font is actually right next to the Demon Lord, so we just have to get to the exit now. At this section you might be tempted to just use the portal door, but that would actually just teleport you to the very beginning, so you have to use the mouse hole to advance. Behind this door, there's an arcane horror and a corpse. The arcane horror has paralyze, chain lightning, crushing prison, fireball, and even winter's grasp. So it's not someone you should mess with. Which is why I'm switching to my own arcane horror form, and hopefully I can lock it into a crushing prison.
Catch me if you can! I know you want.
And there's the Demon Lord. She wants to be caught, so let's catch her.
The game isn't over, mortal.
The Golem and the Arcane Horror form are pretty much the best against Desire Demons like this one, because they like to throw around horror, and both of these forms are immune to fear effects. But I think overall the Golem is the better pick because it has more health, and its attacks are irresistible. And there is the last conning font. Now all we need to do is gather the team and whoop Sloth.
Oh, hello. You must be one of Alistair's friends.
Hey, it's great to see you again. I was just thinking about you. Isn't that a marvelous coincidence? You remember Goldana, of course. These are her children, and there's more about somewhere. We're one big happy family, at long last. Oh, that's what everyone says about their relatives. But I've never been happier.
I'm overjoyed to have my little brother back. I'll never let him out of my sight again.
I don't think I'll be coming. I don't want to spend my life fighting, only to end up dead in a pit along with rotting, darkspawn corpses.
Well, Alistair, is your friend staying for supper?
Say you'll stay. Goldana's a great cook. Maybe she'll make her mince pie. You can, can't you?
Of course, dear brother. Anything for you.
You're acting really strangely. All right, if it makes you happy. It's a little fuzzy. That's strange.
Alistair, come and have some tea.
No. Wait. I remember a tower. The circle. It was under attack. There were demons. That's all I really remember. Are you saying this is a dream? But it's so real.
Of course it's real. Now wash up before supper and
Something doesn't feel quite right here. I think I have to go.
No, he is ours, and I'd rather see him dead than free.
So let me just take this opportunity to thank the devs for finding a way for us to kick Goldana's ass.
And I'm off.
How did I not see this earlier? Yes, well, try not to tell everyone how easily fooled I was. Are we going now? Wait, where are you going? What's happening to me? Hey!
Away! Away with you! I shall have no more of your pestering.
I am your mother. Do you not love me?
You are as much my mother as my little finger right here is the Queen of Ferelden. I know you, Fade Spirit. You cannot fool me.
Are you more clever than your own dear mother? Surely such pride must be punished. There! That is for not showing respect.
That is far more like it, but it is too little too late, Spirit. 'Tis you at last. Come and rid me of this vexatious spirit. I weary of being prodded. Good, kill it, and then we can be off. Tis about time. That was most... Wait. What is this? No, not this again. I refuse.
Maker, forgive me. I failed them all. They died and I did not stop it. Death. Can you not see it? It's all around us. Why was I spared? If not to help them, what use is my life, now that I have failed in the task that was given me? Leave me to my grief. I shall bury their bones, scatter their ashes to the four winds, and mourn their passing, till I too am dead. Your blatant disregard for the souls of the dead strikes me as being utterly inappropriate. I do not know what you are trying to tell me. Why must you make this more painful? And where were you when this happened? I trusted you as an ally, and you were nowhere to be found. What sort of proof? We were entering into the tower, and then I remember that there was all this death about me. There was no sign of you, none at all. It was just me, and all this. I don't remember anything of them dying. I just know they are dead. Why? Why wouldn't I remember them dying? Something in your speech rings true, but it feels as though my mind is clouded over. Perhaps some time away from this place will help me think clearly.
Don't leave us, Will. We don't want to be alone.
Holy Maker, stay away, foul creature.
Stay, Wynn. Sleep soundly in the comforting embrace of the earth. Do not fight it. You belong here with us.
No, not yet. My task is not yet done. It is not time yet.
Come away to your rest.
Actually, Wynn's fight can be pretty hectic, because these guys love to throw around paralysis, which will basically turn you into a sitting duck, and they will just blast you with their staffs and their spells until you die. So, as I said it before, high magic resistance is mandatory.
Is it over? Thank the Maker for you. Wait, what's happening? Where are you going?
Okay, so I guess it's time for us to beat that lazy bastard.
What do we have here? A rebellious minion? An escaped slave? My, but you do have some gall. But playtime is over. You all have to go back now.
Oh, here I am. And there you are. You just disappeared. Well, no matter.
You made a dangerous enemy, demon, by toying with my mind.
You will not hold us, demon. We found each other in this place, and you cannot stand against us.
If you go back quietly, I'll do better this time. I'll make you much happier. Can't you think about someone other than yourself? I'm hurt. So very, very hurt. You wish to battle me? So be it. You will learn to bow to your betters, mortal.
Sloth has this little trick where it changes forms. It's pretty annoying because every time it turns into something, it will release this massive knockdown effect, and it's pretty hard to resist it. The two most dangerous of its forms are the Ogre and the Arcane Horror, obviously because they have the most dangerous attacks. Now of course we have Alistair to draw all the aggro, and the two girls are already blasting it with the paralysis effects, and it seems like they are also healing us properly, so let's just rip this bastard apart.
I never expected you to free yourself. To free us both. When you return, take the litany of Adrala from my body. It will protect you from the worst of the blood magic. I cannot go with you. I have been here far too long. For you, it will have been an afternoon's nap. Your body won't have wasted away in the real world while your spirit lays in the hands of a demon. Every minute I was here, the Sloth demon was feeding off of me, using my life to fuel the nightmares of this realm. There is so little of me left. I was never meant to save the Circle, or survive its troubles. I am dying. It is as simple as that. I do not fear what may come. They say we return to the Maker in death. And that isn't such a terrible thing. My only regret is that I could not save the Circle. But you can. Take the litany off my body when you return. It is important. I'm not a hero. Perhaps trying to be one was foolish. Dark times, greater acts of heroism, eh? You may be right. Before I was taken to the Circle, my mother said I was meant for greatness. I would be more than my ancestors could have ever dreamed. I hope I haven't disappointed her. It is time for us both to be on our way. Remember the litany of Adrala. The circle is all that matters now. Thank you, and goodbye, friend.
Well, we made it out. You know what the best thing about the Fade is? Is that you never have to go back in there. Well, during the Art of Redcliffe, but that's just a tiny segment. Anyway, we still have a tower to clean, so let's get our act together. Obviously, we picked up Adrala's litany from Nial's body, because it's very important to have it during the final fight with Uldred. I also get this Libertarian's cowl, because Wynne doesn't have any headwear, and this can boost her defense to have a little bit more protection against those abominations. Plus it also gives a little bit of extra mana regeneration. Well, since we leveled up, let's continue to boost our dexterity. Pick up Master Combat Training. And since now we have enough Cunning, let's unlock Master Stealth as well. I think I missed one level up for Alistair, so let's distribute his points as well. He gets 1 point on his Cunning, because I want to unlock another Tactic slot. The rest goes on Constitution. He also has 2 talent points, so I think I will unlock Motivate and Superiority.
Templar. He's still alive, I think. We must help him.
This trick again? I know what you are. It won't work. I will stay strong.
The boy is exhausted. And this cage, I've never seen anything like it. Rest easy. Help is here.
Enough visions. If anything in you is human, kill me now and stop this game. You broke the others, but I will stay strong for my sake. For theirs. Filthy blood mages getting in my head. I will not break. I'd rather die. What others? What are you talking about?
Irving and the other mages who fought Uldred. Where are they?
They are in the harrowing chamber. The sounds coming up from there. Omega.
We must hurry. They are in grave danger, I am sure of it.
You can't save them! You don't know what they've become. They've been surrounded by blood mages whose wicked fingers snake into your mind and corrupt your thoughts.
His hatred of mages is so intense. The
memory of his friends' deaths is still fresh in his mind.
You have to end it now, before it's too late! Are you really saving anyone by taking this risk? To ensure this horror is ended, to guarantee that no abominations or blood mages live, you must kill everyone up there!
Thank you. I knew you would make a rational decision.
Rational? How is this rational? Do you understand the danger?
I know full well the dangers of magic, but killing innocents because they might be Maleficarum is not justice. I know you are angry.
You know nothing! I am thinking about the future of the Circle, of Ferelden! I am just willing to see the painful truth, which you are content to ignore. Ah, but what can I do? As you can see, I am in no position to directly influence your actions, though I would love to deal with the mages myself. My cage is Uldred's doing, or one of his mages. Once they're dead, I will be free. No one ever listens. Not until it's far too late. Maker turn his gaze on you. I hope your compassion hasn't doomed us all.
Okay, it seems like Wynn's mana still hasn't recharged fully, so let's wait a while. If we walk up those stairs, we will literally walk into the final fight with Uldred. Unfortunately, our built-up magic resistance will be of little use against this guy. The only actual spell that Uldred has is Crushing Prison. Everything else he uses counts as a talent, which is why they go right through magic resistance. So let's hope our healers will do their job.
Do you accept the gift that I offer? Look what we have here. An intruder. I bid you welcome. Care to join in our revels? Fight if you must. It will just make my victory all the sweeter.
Don't forget the litany. It will thwart Uldred's attempts to control the mages and win this fight for us.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly in the talking mood, so I'd rather just take this bastard down. First we will focus on the abominations, because they usually target the mages, but of course they die pretty easily from strong melee attacks. Alistair can get the attention of Uldred, and two mages can do their little support job. Now, of course, the purpose of the litany is to interrupt the mind domination of Uldred and prevent these remaining mages to turn into abominations, but that's not all it does. It can actually interrupt every single attack that Uldred has. So if you activate it at the right time, you can actually interrupt some of his attacks. Okay, so not only he puts Alistair into a crushing prison, but he also refuses to take any decent damage. Imagine that, I already have the Rose's Thorn, and yet that's all? Imagine if I would have started the tower without it. Now that was one tough bastard. I am actually very happy that I picked Wynne and Morrigan. Pretty sure it wouldn't have been this easy with Leliana. Now let's talk to Irving so we can get out of here.
Maker, I'm too old for this.
Irving, are you all right?
I've been better, but I am thankful to be alive. I suppose that is your doing, isn't it, Wynne?
I wasn't alone. I had help.
The Circle owes both of you a debt we will never be able to repay. Come. The Templars await. We shall let them know that the tower is once again ours. I'll need you to guide me down the stairs. Ugh. Curse whoever insisted the Circle be housed in a tower.
Irving? Maker's breath. I did not expect to see you alive.
It is over, Gregor. Uldred is dead.
Uldred tortured these mages, hoping to break their wills and turn them into abominations. We don't know how many of them have turned.
What? Don't be ridiculous.
Of course he'll say that. He might be a blood mage. Don't you know what they did? I won't let this happen again.
I am the Knight Commander here, not you. We have won back the tower. I will accept Irving's assurance that all is well.
But they may have demons within them, lying dormant, lying in wait.
Enough. I have already made my decision. Thank you. You have proven yourself a friend of both the Circle and the Templars. I promised you aid, but with the Circle restored, my duty is to watch the mages. They are free to help you, however. Speak to them. Yes, Irving. For now, I will have to oversee a sweep of the tower. There may be some survivors, and we should do our best to tend to them. Please excuse me. And Irving, it is good to have you back.
I'm sure we'll be at each other's throats again in no time. Here we are, the tower in disarray, the Circle nearly annihilated. Oh, it could have been much, much worse. I am glad you arrived when you did. It's almost as though the Maker himself sent you. The least we can do is help you against the Darkspawn. I would hate to survive this, only to be overcome by the Blight. You have my word. As first Enchanter, the Circle will join the Grey Wardens in the fight.
Irving, I have a request. I seek leave to follow the Grey Warden.
Wynne, we need you here. The Circle needs you.
I appreciate the sentiment, Irving. But the Circle will do fine without me. The Circle has you. This woman is brave and good, and capable of great things. If she will accept my help, I will help her accomplish her goals.
You were never one to stay in the tower when there was adventure to be had elsewhere.
Why stay when I can be of service elsewhere?
Then I give you leave to follow the Grey Warden. But know that you always have a place here. There is much to be done here, and I must go. You must forgive me for not being a proper host. Orzammar, indeed. You have piqued my curiosity. It is common knowledge that dwarves lack the aptitude for spellcraft. She will never be able to weave the simplest magic, no matter how hard she tries. Fascinating. I suppose the circle should be flattered. I see. If she is willing to sacrifice so much for this, then we should feel honored. Tell Dagna of Orzammar that this path will not be easy. But if she chooses it, then she is welcome here at the Circle. She will live and study with the Tranquil, and perhaps the apprentices, when it is appropriate. If only the Circle was in better shape. I fear she may be disappointed when she arrives. This will be interesting. She could tell us much about our dwarven neighbors. Yes, the more I think about it, the more I like the idea. I shall take this as an indication that perhaps things are starting to look up for the Circle. Thank you. I wish you well. Know you will always be welcome here. Welcome back, friend. You'll be glad to learn that the Circle is well on its way to recovery. The child is possessed, but killing the demon would mean killing the... unless you intend to enter the Fade. Yes, it can be done with a group of mages. I shall gather what mages I can, and we shall leave promptly. A life is at stake.
Okay, so let's get back to the camp. I am itching to create a hard save. So I guess in the next episode we'll go back to the tower and pick up all the loot that we intentionally left behind. But I also want to go back to the deep roads and hopefully go through Caradin's Cross. I think we'll have enough gold at the end to buy the Reaper's Vestments for Morrigan, and then we can proceed to Ortentide. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna create a hard save here, and I hope we see each other again in Caradin's Cross.